Alright, today we're going to be checking out this JBL subwoofer. We normally don't check things out like this, but we kind of make exceptions now and then. Pretty decent looking subwoofer, but there's no power. So in the back we have the amplifier plate, or whatever you want to call it. I think most likely this is going to have a switching power supply. Either way, usually when there's something that has absolutely no power, what I do is plug it in and look at the watt meter and see if there's a surge. There should at least often be a surge of some kind, especially if there's a switching power supply, and I don't see that. Also, I usually do this thing where I kind of slowly plug this in just when the contacts are barely making contact, and there should usually be like a little bit of a sparking sound, clicking sound. That'll usually be from the main filter caps charging up. In this case though, I don't have that either, so it's like completely dead. It's like if there's an open fuse or something. Alright, so this is the power supply here, and it's got a, this is really disappointing actually, really tiny amplifier. I mean, nowadays they don't have to be big. These are, what is this, like class D or something like that, so I don't have to have big amplifiers, but it's still kind of cheap looking overall. Especially this power supply, this looks like a really cheap power supply. I would have expected way better from JBL. So I'm going to unplug the subwoofer. We're going to be focusing on the power supply. Plug this back in. Looks like there's only one voltage rail coming out of the power supply, and there's nothing coming out of there. There doesn't seem to be any kind of enable line or anything like that, so I believe it should be always on. So we're going to remove the power supply board. First thing I'm going to do is check the fuse. So this is the fuse right here, this maroon thing. And the fuse is actually good. Next thing I'm going to do is check the main filter caps for voltage. And there's no voltage on the main filter caps. This is weird. So this time I do get some snap, crackle, and pop when moving this around. When working with these, you have to be much more careful because there's higher voltages and you're on the AC side of things. Basically, you're making a direct connection to the wall outlet. Oh! Well, that was easy. I should have seen that earlier. Really bad solder joint right here. That's why I kept hearing it snap. Looks like the trace itself is not damaged or anything. It's just the solder joint went bad. So easy fix. Make sure this is straight. I should have really turned on the fume extractor. All right, fume extractor's on. I'm just trying to be very generous with the amount of solder so it doesn't crack again. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to reinforce these. And you know what? Just to be on the safe side, just in case this cracks again, I'm going to reinforce it with some wire. So quick look through the recycling bin. We have this dead power supply. We'll take wire from here. This is actually like a really nice power supply. Sometimes I might end up rescuing this for the fan and other components that I can use for my own experiments and stuff like that, but we'll just harvest some wire from here. So yeah, we're just being extra nice. Alright, so that's nice and clean. Extra backup just in case the solder joint breaks at the trace, so it'll at least have this cable backup and it'll be a little bit stronger. So now when I plug it in, I do see some activity on the watt meter over here. We have a voltage output on the power supply, 35 or 34 volts. There's a light going on here. Now when I was talking about earlier about how I plug in the cord part way to hear for a click, this is what I mean. So that little click is from the sudden surge of current going into these two main filter caps, and most switching power supplies are set up this way, and you'll be able to hear that click as long as the AC voltage is being converted to DC, and basically the primary side, or at least the rectification side, is working on the power supply. If the fuse is open or one of these coils is blown or something like that, then you won't hear that little click. So this probably broke because of the vibration of the subwoofer, or maybe possibly the customer plugs this in and unplugs it very often, but this will make it a little stronger and it should be good to go. So yeah, if anything, kind of disappointed seeing the quality of this thing. I don't know, it's just not what you expect from a big name brand. Very generic. So I guess there's no real way for me to test this right now because I guess it's supposed to pair up with a soundbar or something like that. It's not showing up on my Bluetooth, but this blinking light is all you need to know. It's working, I hope, at least for this video. Easy fix, just a loose AC.